Now, the first silent dominant trait on my list today is emotional stability. Now, my kings, women are emotional beings, and this means that most of our decisions are formed by our emotions. And as such, we are very attracted to men who are emotionally stable. This is because we need a level headed person who is not going to think about situations with emotions like we do. And that is why you see women easily get attracted to men who can control their emotions over men who let their emotions control them. You are not that king that is going to whine about situations. You're not that king that is going to let your emotions make decisions for you. A woman wants a king who is rather going to calm her down and make her see things for what they are over a man who is going to overreact over situations. The woman wants a man who will be able to call her out and let her know that she's overreacting about the situation over a man who is going to overreact even more than she would in that situation. And that is why emotional stability is something that attracts women very easily. It is one of those weaknesses of women. When a woman knows that you're emotionally stable, you know how to control each and every of your emotions. You know how to react to situations. You know when to react and when not to react. It is just something women cannot resist. Even for women who do not want something long term with you, that ability that you have, that you are emotionally stable, is still going to draw them to you. This is one of those traits that make women submit totally. This is one of those traits that make women chase you. So yes, my kings, emotional stability is a silent dominant trait that you should definitely have as a king. Another silent dominant trait that you should have as a king is strong presence. Now, my kings, there is this thing about the way you cover yourself and present yourself that makes your presence very heavy. You wouldn't have to talk, you wouldn't have to show yourself, you wouldn't have to explain or tell people how to treat you. Just by how you carry yourself, just by the aura you exude, people already know how to treat you. It's like when you enter a room, people can just tell that this one is to be respected. And that is what I am talking about. That presence that commands respect effortlessly, where you don't have to do anything, you don't have to introduce yourself to people, just by how you are composed, just by how you carry yourself, just by the way you walk, just by the way you sit, like your body posture, your appearance commands respect. This is something that is very irresistible for women. Like, women are going to gush over you when you're a king who has that strong presence. It is just natural for us women to want our men to command respect. We want you to enter a room and people respect you without you doing much. So it is something that is appealing to women. And if you're a king who commands that strong presence, you're going to get women chasing after you back to back. So yes, my kings, strong presence is another silent dominance that you should have as a king. Another silent dominant trait that you should have as a king is the willingness to walk away. Now, my kings, we have hammered on this time and time and time again, and that just goes to show you just how important it is. You have to have that abundance mindset. Be willing to walk away. Be willing to walk away from a woman when she rejects you. When women know that you're willing to walk away if they are not going to walk according to what you want, or if things are not going to, at least she's not going to put in effort from her own end to make things work. If she knows that you're willing to walk away, that you're not going to tolerate any of her nonsense just because, oh, you feel like she's the only woman you come back for yourself. But she knows that you're willing to walk away the moment she has disrespect or acts in ways that are not suitable for you. That woman is definitely going to submit because she would have that fear of losing you because she knows, okay, this man is not going to tolerate my nonsense. He's going to move on the moment I give him crap. And because she knows that this is a high value man I don't want to lose, is going to put her in her place. And then you silently dominate her without having to do anything. So yes, my kings, a willingness to walk away is another trait that you should definitely have as a king. Another silent dominant trait that you should have as a king is controlled or balanced vulnerability. Now, my kings, women like it when their kings are vulnerable to them. But when you are overly vulnerable as a king, that also puts you at a disadvantage. And that is why there has to be a balance to it. And that is where this controlled or balanced vulnerability comes in. It is a situation where you acknowledge your emotions. You don't try to tuck them away or act like you are not feeling them or act like you're not feeling a certain way. Or you actually acknowledge that, yes, I feel this certain way about this certain situation, but you don't let that emotion control you. You don't let it become something that, fuels your actions. And this is also where you know to review yourself slowly. You don't bring everything about you out at once to a woman. You let her also discover you as time goes on. That is where you give her the opportunity to find out who you are by herself. And that is where this controlled and balanced vulnerability comes in. Because when you're able to keep a woman just like men who, keep them wondering, keep them thinking, okay, what can they do next? What is this about him? I need to discover this about him. I need to get closer to find this out. It is something we find attractive. And also with the emotions parts, knowing that, yes, this king is not going to hide the fact that he doesn't feel this emotion, but he's not going to let it control him. There's something that almost every woman will go weak for. So yes, my kings, controlled or balanced vulnerability is another dominant trait you should definitely have as a king. Now, the last silent dominance trait you should have as a king is controlled desires. Now, my kings, this one is a banger. If you're able to control your desires, you are going to be that king that women will be running after. When women know that they really cannot entice you so much with how they look or with their physical appearances, that is something women find extremely attractive. It's like, I know that it doesn't matter how I dress. It doesn't matter how beautiful I am. It doesn't matter how banging my body is. You are not going to fall for me simply because of that. You are going to look into me more. You're going to want to get to know my personality. Like, you are not controlled by what you feel or the feeling to satisfy your urge. This is you just snatching away women's power 90%. Because most times, what women are going to use to manipulate you is that sexual urge, that desire. It's just them showing their body and more. That is mostly what women will use as a manipulation technique. But because you've already taken that away, you're not controlled by your desires. You know what you want. And yes, this doesn't mean that you don't feel these things, or you know exactly how to control yourself. This is extremely attractive. And even for a woman who doesn't even want something long term, she's going to admire you. She's going to just want to have you for herself, even if it is for a short term. So yes, my kings, controlled desires is another silent dominant trait that you should definitely have as a king. And let me just add this out. When your woman knows that you are not controlled by your sexual urges, you completely have her, because she just knows that, okay, he's not going to do anything stupid out there, because these days are not really the days that move it. You go out and she feels safe and secure because she knows that it doesn't matter what type of body these girls are flashing on you, she still has you. And she will just genuinely also submit to you. That is you dominating her without even doing much. So yes, my kings, make sure that you are a king who can control your desire, and that you don't let your desire control you. Yes, that is all for this video. These are 5 silent dominant traits that you should definitely have as a king. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do also subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one.